perspective from a bird's eye view. Learn from everything I've been through. From a baby girl, if you ain't spitting life with the nigga, never let him put a dick up in you. Cause if a nigga wrong, I'ma check that shit. And we get
yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga.
I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit, I ain't listening. Is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jacob. So I walk, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. As who run this shit, but their question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young pay. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit like it ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up that fight first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain. Free shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitch about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
All right, time to get started. Shalom, Israel. You know, if you don't know, today is the Feast of Purim, right? You know, the beginning of where it's Salakia. Let me get my words right exactly for what I want to say. It's the beginning to dispel the fact that the ISUPK hates women, because I've seen it many times that men have said online that we hate our women in here. Yet we have a feast day, a day dedicated to a woman that saved Israel, called Purim. But, you know, if I could, can I get the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 17?
Come.
Matter of fact, let me get 16 first. But the point is, also for you Christians out there, y'all say Israelites hate women, which is untrue. And if you knew anything, you would know about Purim, but you don't. You can read it whenever you got it.
Khan. This is the book of Job, chapter 39, verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones.
Right. What does that mean? What does that mean when it says she is hardened against her young ones? What does that look like today?
So like the other one, is that when a woman has turned against her children?
Right. But what Shalom said. But in what way? We're just gonna stick with this, just that first part. What does that look like today? If you could imagine how that how when it says harden, what does harden mean?
Like she's stern, she's stiff with them.
Right.
She's
Like
doesn't
she's
have
very
much.
rough with her children.
God,
Right. So it says she is hardened against her young ones. She's our women today have lost the ability to be kind to our children, right? Well, to her children. So in that womb, she's gonna either feed her child drugs while she is still pregnant, or she's going to get rid of it. Right. As today, we dying just from being in the mother's womb at a very high percent. It's like 5,000 a year, 500,000 a year. It's like you know, damn near the most dangerous place for a baby is in a black woman's stomach, is in its mother's stomach. Why? Because of the reality, the life that we live today has completely destroyed us as a nation. Right?
kind of
We
God.
don't.
As though they were not hers.
Right. So she's gonna treat the child like it's not her. She's gonna send them off into the world, give them drugs. Right. She gonna go talk to your uncles. They in gangs. They gang banging. They selling drugs. She gonna talk to him like she don't know him. That's not her child, or that's not her daughter. She's gonna teach her daughter how to be a whore, and it's a terrible reality that we live today. Right, Read on.
Come with God. Her labor is in vain without fear.
Right, because she what I say, she's gonna abort that baby. She's gonna maybe have the baby, give the baby up for adoption. Maybe have the baby, raise him up to be a monster in the community because of our terrible leadership. Right, Read on.
Come with God. Because God hath deprived Salaki.
Are you too up?
Because God hath deprived her of wisdom.
Read on.
Neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
Right. So this is why it's really important for a woman to have a man that's in the ISUPK, because she needs that wisdom. She needs that understanding. And the only way for her to get it is by a man. A man has to be in her life so that he can give her guidance, that understanding, right? Because if she doesn't have it, who's going to give it to her? If the man in the relationship is not providing her anything through this Bible, she's she's done. She's cooked, as the world would say.
Okay.
Right? If I could, right, we're going to the next precept. Salakia. Go to the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3.
Okay.
Right, as I was saying, our community, black community, black, Hispanic, and Native indigenous peoples community have been, destroyed, just from Salakia, just from being raised in America. You see the atrocities and the things that we go through. It's it's terrible. It's a horrible. It's a nightmare that we live in.
Come.
Mhm.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3.
Huh?
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Right. What does that mean?
Shalaki, if I may,
Mhm.
that means that Christ is the head of man as far as like leadership
Right.
and rank.
Right. That's where we get our understanding from. So there's rank and order here. There's an order being set up. That Christ is the head of man. Read on.
Come. And the head of the woman is the man.
Right. And the head of the woman is the man, meaning she gets her understanding from her husband. Right. Read on.
Come. And the head of Christ
Mhm.
is God.
And the head of Christ is God. For you Christians out there that say, Jesus is God. It's not in the Bible, but that's another topic for another day. Right? Is that it on that?
Come.
Right. So here is a order, rank and order. There's always order to what the Lord is doing. Right? There's, rules set in place, order set in place for a reason. Because if there was no order, no commands, then we would be reckless. We'd be anarchy, right? If I could, can I get the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34? Right, as I said, man, if you don't have any order, which is why our communities is all, in disarray. It's like, like a zoo in some of our neighborhoods because of a lack of leadership, a lack of understanding and wisdom, because it's not there. And if it's not coming from the ISUPK, then you won't get it, especially when it comes to this Bible.
Salakia, the one, chapter 14, verse 4?
No, 34, verse 34.
34. Come. This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 34. Let your women keep silence in the churches.
Let your woman do what?
Silence in the churches.
What does that mean?
That they shouldn't be teaching within the church.
Say it again.
That they shouldn't be teaching within the church.
Right.
Come.
Right. She should not be up on a podium. In the church, they got women pastors. That is unlawful. You cannot have a woman that's a pastor, because how is she supposed to continuously keep this work up? How is she going to teach when she's on her flower? Doesn't work like that, right? Because she would be unclean. Is that it on that? Go ahead.
Come. For it is.
Oh, Salakia. But that does not mean a woman cannot teach you anything. She can teach you about finances, how to, even if she's, a cook, she can teach you how to cook. Doesn't mean that she can't teach you anything. She just can't teach this Bible. That's it. Go ahead.
Come. For it is not permitted unto them to speak.
Right. So when it comes to this Bible, is they aren't supposed to have this Bible to teach it. So could you tell him he's connected to the speaker? I thought he was outside. Go ahead, read on.
Come. But they are commanded to be under obedience.
Right. So meaning obedience. What is obedience? It's the definition of obedience, because women look at that like it's a horrible thing.
Come. The definition of obedience is compliance with an order, request, or law, or submission to another's authority.
Right. So, like I said, there's order. Obedience is just, having order, a structure. Right. So it's not an evil thing to be obedient to your husband. Read on.
Come. As also saith the law.
Right. So it's a order that a woman has to be in obedience. She has to understand that she cannot teach this Bible, but she can teach her man certain things. Right? Is that it on that?
Come.
All right, let me get the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11.
Come. Come. This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Right. Is that it?
Come.
What does that look like? What does that sound like to you? If anybody has any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask. Or if you want to answer, answer the question. Also, what does that look like today?
Salaki, if I may.
Go ahead.
So when it mentions subjection, that means when someone is a subject to someone.
Okay. And with that, yeah, go ahead.
Salaki. When it says subjection, when someone is a subject to someone, that means that they're under some type of rule or leadership.
Right, authority. You know, just like we have rank in order in here. So there's always an authority figure above you. Right? Most High in Christ. And with that, we'll pass the class over to Priest and Officer 1000, Officer Yerma. Clap it up.
Y'all give it up, man, for Officer Nadia, man, doing a hell of a job. It's always good to see the young brothers come in, man, and get their feet wet with these high holy days and everything like that. But of course, you understand, Salakia, for me being late, this is Officer 1000 Yarmak of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yahanna. Tonight, man, is a very, very important night, man. It's one of the most important days of the year for us. You understand? And tonight we get to celebrate a sister. I know I heard the brother say it earlier. He said that the world thinks that the UPK hates women. I don't understand how you could ever say anything like that when we love women more than everybody. You know who hates women? Elon Musk. Elon Musk hates women, and the guy who smacked him, who gave Elon Musk a black eye? What was that dude's name? Up in the White House, man. Who knows, right? But those are your politicians, man. Your religious leaders, your Christian leaders, your imams, your Buddhist monk leaders, whatever you want to bring to the table. Those are the people who actually hate women. In the Israelite School of UPK, we love our sisters, man. We love them enough to tell them the truth, of the Bible, and to tell them what they need to hear so that we can survive and bring about this kingdom, man. You understand? So tonight, we gonna give reverence, and we're gonna learn about a sister, man, a very important sister by the name of Esther. Her name in Hebrew would be Hadassah. Hadassah, if I'm saying that right or wrong, Yanazar, correct me. Right? Hasathar. There we go. I knew he had it. Hasathar. Man. Before we do that though, I do want to take a second to I was kind of trying to wait for the sisters outside, but seeing as they still outside, I just want the brothers to give a salute, man, to the sisters right here in Durham, North Carolina, that's been holding it down, man. I want you brothers to imagine the saw turn the face of sisters. We're gonna do this in the beginning of the class and at the end of the class, man, because you sisters are very important to us in the Israelite School of UPK. You mean everything to Commanding General Yahanna, and of course you mean everything to us. Some of you sisters are married to some of the brothers in here, or just brothers who may not even be here, but the work that y'all do, you understand, the food that y'all cook, the counsels that y'all have to endure, the things that you have to suffer to stay a righteous sister in this truth, man, and to not cause harm and strife to your brothers that's working in this house, man, that is something that is so glorious, man, and don't ever think that it's underappreciated. We appreciate y'all sisters, man, because without y'all, this house would be that much harder to hold up, man. You understand? So I want y'all to really understand that, you know, no matter what the world says about us, we love y'all more than you could ever imagine, man. Men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Mighty Barak, Yehovah Salaki, should be our shot, Salaki. Go ahead, go ahead, sisters. Most High in Christ, y'all give it up for the sisters, man. You're sharp, y'all can be seated. All right, let's get into it, man. Where was we at? First Corinthians 14 and 34. First Timothy. Did y'all finish it? We finished it? Yeah. All right, no sweat. Let's get into it. Let's go to the Book of Esther. All right, we're gonna start in the beginning. Of course, for those who have not been in the truth or have never heard of the Feast of Purim, this is a 2-part class, man. It's the opening of the Feast of Purim, and tomorrow night at sundown will be the closing of the Feast of Purim. So the class will be taught in 2 parts. We'll go over half of the story tonight, and the next night, you understand, the second half and the ending of the story will be taught. Let me know who's reading.
Come on, sir. I am.
Give me Esther chapter 1. Let's start at verse 1.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus.
Mm-hmm. Asherus.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get there with you. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, read it again.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 1 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus.
Mm-hmm.
This is Ahasuerus, which reigned from India even unto Ethiopia, over to Ethiopia.
Come on.
Over 107 and 20 provinces.
So Asherus is who? Who we commonly know Asherus as? Yanazar?
In the world, we know him as Xerxes.
This is Xerxes. This is the son of Darius, right? Asherus, he ruled from like it says in the scriptures from India all the way to Persia, right? He had an army that would shake the grounds. This king, he was so mighty. You understand? A lot of you may have seen the movie 300, right? Where Xerxes went against Spartan. I mean Leonidas and the Spartans or whatever. That is something that actually took place, and that man is the man that we're reading about today, right? He was the king of Persia. Keep going.
Verse 2. That in those days, when the king Ahasuerus sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan the palace, verse 3, in the 3rd year of his reign, he made a feast unto all his princes and his servants. The power of Persia and Media, the nobles and princes of the provinces being before him.
And so now Xerxes is throwing his party. He got all of this power. He done conquered all of these nations. And now he's getting ready to throw a party for all of his princes, right? The princes are the men, his noblemen, the friends that he have under him that he's giving power to. And Xerxes is about to do something that sisters don't specifically like for brothers to do, but he's about to do it, right? Keep going.
Verse 4. When he shewed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the honor of his excellent majesty, many days, even 180 days. Verse 5.
Salaka, can y'all give him a little bit more on the mic? Salaka, can y'all give him a little bit more on the mic? Turn him up. Come on. Go ahead.
Verse 5. These days were expired, the king made a feast unto all the people that were present in Shushan the palace, both unto great, small, 7 days in the court of the garden of the king's palace.
Okay, come, Most High Christ. Keep going.
Verse 6. Where were white, green, and blue hangings fastened with cords of fine linen and purple to silver rings and pillars of marble. The beds were of gold and silver upon a pavement of red and blue and white and black and marble.
Drop down to verse 10.
On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, the Harbana, Bigtha, and Abakta, Zethar, and Carcass, the 7 that
check the mic. Check the mic. Make sure it's on. Yeah, you might got to cuff it. Pause. You got to cuff the mic. Go ahead. Keep going.
Salaki, should I read it up again?
Nah, 10. Keep going.
Verse 11. To bring Vashti, the queen, before the king with the crown royal, to show the people the princess her beauty.
Hold on. All right. So now we about to get into it. This is the start of the problem, and this is what sisters hate. You understand? Sisters hate. How can I put this? This sister, at least, or this woman, she hated the fact that her man wanted to parade her so that he could get the reverence for it, and for lack of better words. You understand? Like, sisters will go out on social media and Instagram and post themselves and, post pictures and do all this for attention, right? But the problem here was what? What was the problem here? Anybody know? What was the problem here? If you know, sisters love attention. They post the pictures, they go outside, they dress nice, they put the makeup on, they do all of the things to go outside and get attention. But what was the problem with Vashti here? Let me see. Anybody know? Anybody want to take a shot? La'a. Keep going. Let's see if we can get it.
Mm-hmm. Verse 12.
So, like, what's going on outside? All right, come on.
But the queen Vashti refused to come to the king's commandment by his chamberlain.
So she did what?
But the queen Vashti refused to come to the king's commandment by his chamberlain.
So Vashti refused. She refused to go to according to the king's commandment. Xerxes or Ahasuerus, he wanted to parade her in front of all of the princes. He threw this party. They got wine, they drinking, they having the time of their life. And he in his mind is saying, I got the baddest broad in here. I got the baddest rib in all of Persia. And he wants to show her off for the whole world. So he sends for her. He sends for her to come and be shown off, to get all the attention so that everybody can say, damn, that's yours? That's your woman? She fine as hell. But she is not doing it. She's saying, nah, I don't even want to do it. Why? I really want y'all to get this. You got it? Who knows why? Why does she not want to do it? Why does she not want the attention? She doesn't want to be shown off. I hate to give it to you. Come on.
Salaki the one. She wants the power instead.
You close. You on it. You right there on it. Come on. Come on.
She was better than that?
It's something more simpler than that. It's something that a sister, I'll give you a hint. It's something that a sister who hates her husband would understand. It's something that if a woman hates her man, she would get it. Why is it that she is not following the order of her husband to come and get dolled up? Like he said, hey, babe, put the best dress on. Put your makeup on. Put the best this on and best that. Adorn yourself. Come out with the gold and the diamonds and jewels. You understand? So the world can see. And she said, nah, hell nah, I ain't doing that. Why? It's something so simple. It's right in front of your face. That's it. That's it. Because he asked her to. You understand? Like if you ain't never insisted, you got to dig deep. You got to think about it. You got to think about those times where you get dolled up. You put on all the makeup. You try to be as beautiful as you can be. But then the second that brother says, hey, I want you to get pretty for the feast. I want you to put the dress on for the feast. I want you to put that head wrap on. I want you to get the diamonds and the bedazzles and the gems and the rhinestones and this. And I want you to put it on your headpiece and sew it into your dress and put your name up there and put House of Bagagawa. I want you to put House of Bagagawa on the back of your shirt. The second he says that, you say what? That's too much. Nah, that's too much. I don't know about that. Nah, I'll just wear a regular head wrap. I'll just wear this. I'll just do that. You understand? This is the spirit that she had, which was the spirit of rebelliousness to her husband. She didn't want to do it simply because he asked her to. You understand? Keep going.
Therefore was the king very wroth and his anger burned within him.
So now he getting mad. Xerxes, this is a man who done took over nations. He runs from everything from India to Persia. And then, of course, we know he starts going into Greece and tearing the shit out of Greece. He messing them up. This is the man we talking about. And even he cannot get his wife to fully submit to his will. You understand? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Verse 13. Then the king said to the wise man, which knew the times, for so was the king's manner towards all that knew law and judgment. Verse 14. And the next unto him was Karshana, Shethar.
Drop the 15.
Verse 15. What shall we do unto the queen Vashti according to law? Because she hath not performed the commandment of the king Ahasuerus.
So now the king is going to his wise men. He's going to his counselors, the elders, or whatever you want to call it. And he's asking them, what should we do about this? You understand? Because the king, he understands something that black people has forgotten. Like if all of this is going to relate in the end, you'll understand. But what this king understood is what black people have chosen to forget, which is why we don't care that our sisters are disobedient. We don't even care anymore. You go into in any ghetto or any hood or any neighborhood where black people are, how do we think about our women? What do we think about them? Do we think about our sisters as noble sisters, righteous women? Do we think that these women are women of any kind of value? Or do we say women ain't but hoes? And that's what we think. We think that because they disobey us, they put us on child support, they unalive our babies, they yell and run their mouth and nag, we've began to be so intolerant to it that now we don't even care whether what they do or not. We take what we can get from them and then throw them away. Just be done with them. Come on.
So like I said, if I may, because okay, in ISUPK and Commanding General Yahanna, we recognize all these things, right? Because we taught that. But like you're saying, the men in the world, like they just look at it as like just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Right. They don't understand the influence that the world has on the woman.
And this is what King Ahasuerus understood. He knew it. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princess Vashti, the queen hath not done wrong to the king only.
So they saying what? This is how serious this is. Like, is you getting an argument with your rib and she disobeying you, it's not as simple as this is just in-house. This is just between us. Sometimes this affects more than just your household. It affects more than just you when you leave your husband. You understand? Like there's sisters out here who have had righteous brothers. You understand? Righteous brothers in the truth that have given their life for this and would leave that brother, man. And I ain't gonna get too much into it. But that type of sister is a cancer to our nation. She unalives our brother, hurts our brother, makes him to strain and makes him to, understand? I don't want to get too deep into it, but this type of sister is an evil bitch. In other words, one that doesn't believe that her actions in her household affect all of us. How you treat a brother affects all of us. How you leave a brother, whore on a brother, lie to a brother, disobey the Lord, disobey the counsel, how it affects the nation of Israel growing. But King Ahasuerus, he knew that he had to check this because he actually loved his people. He loved the Persians. He loved the nation. He loved the sisters or his sister, Salakia. And so he had to check it. Keep going.
But also to all the princes and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus.
Keep going.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women.
So what is he saying here? Somebody got to answer this. What is the king saying?
Come on. He's saying that other women are going to pick up on her habits.
Oh, yeah. Other sisters gonna see this. Sisters gonna see how you left your man. And when you left your man, you threw a what they call, this is the dumbest thing I ever heard of. What's them shits called? Salaka. Divorce parties. They have divorce parties. Young sisters are going to see you partying because your relationship failed, and it's going to destroy them. It's going to make them believe that it is okay to leave your man. It's okay to quit on something that you once took an oath for, that you took a vow for. You stood at the altar and said, till death do us part, for better or for worse, through sickness and through health. All of that sounds good until it gets a little too hard. Come on.
Like I said,
yeah.
All of that led up to Galentine's Day.
Galentine. Oh, yeah. I still don't even know what that is.
It's a day. It's like Valentine's Day, but it's where the girls get together and freak off.
Wait, what?
You don't hear about that?
So they just get together and just love on each other.
Yeah, like if I may say, the general brought out this video where his sister, she was going to Florida. Her aunt had died. And her cousin told her to come down. She went down and met up with the cousin. And the cousin got her to go to this party, which was called Galentine's Day. And the rest is, you know what the rest was. They just freaked off, all females, whatever. There was some dudes there too. But it was just like an orgy type thing.
Good night. I that must be new.
Yeah, it is new.
I feel like now I'm getting old, right? Now I'm hearing about new stuff. I used to create the new stuff. Now I'm hearing about new stuff. But I never heard of a gallant. I seen it, but I thought that I didn't know what I thought. I don't know what I thought. So like girl love. So even in our wickedness, now we're finding ways to not love each other. And so and I know what I'm saying right now seems like I'm harping on sisters, right? But everything that I'm saying goes both ways. I hope y'all understand that. A brother cannot be evil to a sister. You can't leave your wife. You understand? You sleep with that woman. You've taken an oath to stay with her forever. Her and her, everything you don't like about it. Come on. Give him the mic, Salagi.
What if you married a lady and she wanted to leave you?
If you marry a woman that wants to leave you out, then you let her go. You understand? You don't. This goes for. I say this all the time. I feel the same way for about women and brothers. You understand? A brother or a sister wants to leave me or leave this truth. You understand? Which is the most important thing. Forget me, but you want to break the oath that you made unto the Lord, then you ain't worthy to. You can't hold a candlestick up to me. You understand? So to hell with it. Let her go. Come on.
It's like, sir, I got a precept for that.
Come on.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
But if the unbelieving depart,
mm-hmm.
let him depart.
Mm-hmm.
A brother or a sister is not under bondage in such cases, but
mm-hmm.
God have called us to peace.
Like, I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. There is only one thing keeping y'all together in this room, and that is the Most High. Because I know it. Yeah, we all hate each other's guts. We hate it. You go home and you hate your husband. You hate him. Understand? It was good in the first couple of weeks. The first couple of weeks, it was all good. He was, you loved him, and he smelled good, and he cooked for you a couple times. But then give it about 4 months. 4 months, and now you hate that nigga. He's dumb. He doesn't manage finances well. He plays the game all the goddamn time. He goes to the club every goddamn night. He goes to the club, you hate him. The only thing that's keeping us together in this room is our service to the Most High. That's the only thing. And so when you turn your back on that, there is nothing left. When you go home and you cry at night, when you get off that council and you sob and you tear and you find strength, the only place you can look is this house. It's the only place where you look to God and say, you know what? I'm doing this so that my children can live. I'm doing this so that my brothers can live, so that my nation can one day be on top. And in order for that to happen, we have to love each other. But that's the one thing we can't forget. So if someone wants to leave that, let them leave. Fuck it. Just get on up out of here. You'll just find another woman, or in the case of a sister, you'll just get a brother that is way better than him. Commanding General Yahanna said it best. He said, I'll find you a brother that wears 2 Jordans. You just find someone that was way better than the man that you had, and then you'll be even happier than you was before some coward had you. Come on.
So, like I said, if I may,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the ISUPK and the Commanding General Yahanna, you're either going to man up, you're either going to stand up and be the man that you're supposed to be, or you're going to fall. And here we're taught to be men, and with men, there's tough consequences, man, to this whole thing, man. This is not easy work. But we have to rise up and be men and deal with the issues that come to us like men.
Salaki, Charlotte, Salaki, Bahamas. I didn't see y'all. Salaki. All right. Okay. Shalom, Most High in Christ. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, Shalom, Yashukata.
What's going on, Sabayala?
What it do? Shalom, Yashukata.
Most High in Christ. We got Charlotte in the building. We got the Bahamas in the building, man. Most High in Christ. Give it up for Charlotte and the Bahamas. Okay. Come on.
Got him, Khan. So that they.
Tell them where you at, Lucky.
Verse 17.
This
is the book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad.
Actually, it's like read 16 one more time. Was the part we missed.
Got him, Khan. Verse 16. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Vashti the queen hath not done wrong to the king only, but also to the princes, and to all the people that are in the provinces of the king Ahasuerus.
Meaning all of the span of the reach of his influence is going to hear about this story, hear about how this sister, Salah, keep saying sister, but hear about how this woman disobeyed the king, and that was going to become a cancer unto his people. Keep going.
Verse 17. For this deed of the queen shall come abroad unto all women, so that they shall despise their husbands in their eyes.
And so now this is what's happening. You understand? This is where you get Valentine's Day from my understanding. You have one sister who has been scorned by her man, a sister that has such a hatred for her man. Her hatred can't be quenched unless another sister hates her man as well. That is the disease that is this. You understand? When you got a sister who hates her man so bad, they employ the gossip of hatred for their man. So they'll sit back and they'll just talk about the other man. They'll sit back and have conversations and say, well, what did your husband do? Well, my husband did this and my husband did that. You understand? Because that hatred, it has to spread. It can't stop within you. You have to make sure the other sisters don't like their man too. You can't just celebrate Valentine's Day. Now you got to have Galentine's Day. And you got to make sure all of these women just hate men, just hate black men, we don't need a man for nothing and yada, 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 whatever nonsense, man. And the king understood that. So like, so you want to take the class? Come on, keep reading.
When it shall be reported, the king Ahasuerus commanded Vashti the queen to be brought in before him, but she came out. But she came not. Verse 18. Likewise shall the ladies of Persia and Media say this day unto all the king's princes which have heard of the deed of the queen, thus shall there arise too much contempt and wrath. Verse 19. If it please the king, let there go a royal commandment from him, and let it be written among the laws of the Persians and the Medes, that it be not altered, that Vashti come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal estate unto another that is better than she.
So now what is King Ahasuerus saying? What is he doing here? Come on, it's simple. Come on, Yanazo.
Divorce.
Yeah. He's divorcing her. He's getting rid of her because she didn't listen to him, because she didn't obey him. So now he wants to go and find another woman to replace her. Now, this is where the nation of Israel is better than the Persians. We're better than them. We don't get rid of our women because they disobeyed an order. You understand? We don't get rid of our women because they got on our nerves, because they didn't understand something, or because we had a disagreement. We don't get rid of our women for none of those little small things. You understand? We fight to stay with them, but this is something that he felt like he did not have to do because he had the power, right? Keep reading.
Verse 20. And when the king's decree, which he shall make, shall be published throughout all his empire, for it is great, all the wives shall give to their husbands honor, both to great and small.
Why? Why? Why is that?
Salakia.
Come on.
Is it because they witnessed her being divorced, so they don't want the same consequence?
It's the power of influence. You understand? Like, they understood that if they allowed that deed to go unchecked, then all of the other women would believe that they have that same power over their man. But because he checked it, because he checked her in a way that he shouldn't have, now all of the other sisters under his command would say what? Well, we have to be good to our husbands. We have to obey our husbands. In this world that we live in, this does not exist. The idea that a woman has to love her man does not exist. In this world, is actually the opposite. Loving your man is almost like a what you call it? It's like a
so like if I make an anomaly.
An anomaly. That's not the word. I can't think of the word, man. I need Tabawan with me. But it's almost something that you're not supposed to have. It's almost like you're lucky. You're lucky to find a woman that actually loves you, a woman that actually will stay with you and fight with you and fight for you to stay in the marriage. In this world, we're not taught that. It's almost easier to just get with another man and find another man and then go get another man. And that's what we're taught. Keep going.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
And the saying pleased the king and the princes. And the king did according to the word of Memucan. Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house, and that it should be published according to the language of every people.
That every man should bear rule in his own house. You understand? This is the natural order of the household under God. That the man is the head of a woman. You understand? Like, that is something like when you think about the issues in the black household, it's because we fight against our roles. You understand? Commanding General Yahanna, he did a hell of a lecture up in Detroit a couple years ago when he spoke about he did a lecture on demons and what they were. And one of the topics he touched on was that men and women do not understand their roles, and in their ignorance, they fight against something that is natural. A woman is naturally submissive unto her man, and a man is naturally aggressive over her submissiveness. But because we have been influenced to believe that happy life, happy wife, happy life. If my woman runs her mouth, then I must be doing something wrong. Because we've been taught this, our lives have been discombobulated. Now we don't understand left from right. Now we are all in a cesspool trying to figure out why are our marriages and our relationships working? When the problem is we have been taught from day one, since we're born, that a woman does not need her man. Imagine if America started teaching your children that your children didn't need you. Imagine that. Imagine if everywhere you seen on TV, it was, children don't need parents. Parents don't have to live with children. Parents don't need to listen to children. If you don't, it's like children don't need to listen to parents. If you want to go and leave your parents and go get some new parents, just leave them parents and just go get new parents if they yell at you too much, if they discipline you too hard. You understand? I think we started to feel it. When did they start cracking down on CPS? Was it the 2000s? I remember hearing about it, how children was calling CPS. When I grew up at that, I didn't even understand that. I didn't even get the option to call somebody on my father.
So like I said,
come on.
It really started like in the late 80s during like the crack epidemic. That's when it really started, when these people were able to get a foothold into a better foothold into the households. You understand it? So now they found another way to divide and destroy the families.
And if you were a father or a mother, just imagine how that influence affected how you raise your children. Now, before I'm coming to you, before you used to this, your children came home with straight F's. You knew what time it was on and popping. You understand? Now, because of this, now you like, if I discipline him, he gonna call CPS on me, and then I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna lose my kid. Now it affects the way your household is ran, and now you can't be a parent to your child. Well, this happens in relationships between men and women all the time. Come on, Quad Boy.
I just had a question about like, what if the man in the household, like the man is the head of the household, but what if the man in the household is just behaving like a fool? Like if he if he poor with the finances, like if he out there drinking, gambling the rent money, he's just not taking care of the family. What does a woman do at that point?
Give me 1 Samuel chapter 25.
Okay.
The brother asks, what if you have a sister who's married to a man, but the man is an idiot? He a stone cold alcoholic. He don't know how to manage the money. She get the tax return and she say, well, I heard the ISUPK say that I'm supposed to be subservient to my husband. My husband said, give me all of the tax return money. She take all $9,000 and give it to you. And then he goes and loses it all on sports betting. Well, he goes and loses it all on gambling or buying liquor or going to the club or doing some kind of foolish, idiotic thing. And of course, you being a woman with a mind, with a sound mind, you say, man, that my husband is irresponsible. The first thing you got to do is choose better. That's the first thing. You understand? You have to train, you have to teach your daughters and sisters that don't have husbands that choosing the man that you sleep with is the most important decision you'll ever make in your life. And you have to make it correctly. You have to choose to not sleep with a fool because he's the star on a football team, because he's the hottest drug dealer on the block, because of whatever nonsense women go after men nowadays. You got to choose a man for one that is not a fool. But now, what about sisters that's already married, right? And they married to a fool. Read what you got.
So like you had a 1 verse 9.
God.
And when David's young men came, they spake to Nabal.
So now, just to give you a backdrop, King David is on the run from King Saul. You understand? King Saul is trying to kill David. David is in between the Philistines and King Saul's and his men, living in caves and hiding out in quarters. And David has became like some sort of renegade. He rolling around and he just, slaughtered. Like David became a natural born killer. That's what he became. He became public enemy number one. And he a gangster for real. And so as he's journeying, as he's traveling, he comes up on the ball in his kingdom. And he want help. He needs some food. He's saying, look, me and my people traveling. We need this, we need that. And the ball start running off at the mouth. He's a drunk idiot. He is a fool. He don't know what he's talking about, and he especially doesn't know who he's talking to. You understand? Read what you got.
According to all those words in the name of David, and ceased. Verse 10. And Nabal answered David's servants and said, who is David? And who is the son of Jesse? There be many servants nowadays that break away every man from his master.
So now Nabal is saying, what? Who the hell is David? And who is the son of Jesse? Like you just some slave. You just some slave that left your master. Now you at my footsteps asking for help. right? He pretty much is talking crap to David. Keep going.
Verse 11. Shall I then take my bread and my water and my flesh that I have killed for my shears and give it unto man whom I know not whence they be? Verse 12. So David's young men turned their way and went again and came.
Drop down a verse. Let me see. Verse 14.
Verse 14. But one of the young men told Abigail, Nabal's wife, saying, Behold, David sent messengers out of the wilderness to salute our master, and he railed them.
So now one of the young men knew that day. You understand? You got a sister and you seen her husband, and he in the club. I mean, not in the clubs, like he in the casino losing all of the money. I see him. I'm like, man, look, man, Iraq is in there losing all of the money. He in there, he done lost $2,000, and I know his rib gave him that money. And so I just got, man, Salakia says, Salakia, you might want to call your husband. You might want to get him to come home real quick because he losing everything. This is what happened. They went to Abigail and said, look, David came to these walls and your husband railed on him, started talking all kinds of shit to him. And the servant knew, and Abigail knew that was not a good idea to do. Keep going.
Verse 15. But the men were very good unto us, and we were not hurt, neither missed we anything, as long as we were conversant with them when we were in the fields.
Draw down to 17.
Verse 17. Now therefore know and consider what thou wilt do, for evil is determined against our master and against all his household. For he is such a son of Belial that a man cannot speak to him.
You understand? And some sisters have husbands like that. You understand? You dealing with a man that nobody can tell him nothing. You try to tell him, look, we got to do this. Look, the Passover coming up. We got to do this. We got to pay this bill. We got to do that. But your man just ain't trying to hear none of it. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 18. Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves and 2 bottles of wine and 5 sheep ready dressed and 5 measures of parched corn and 100 clusters of raisins and 200 cakes of figs and laid them on asses.
So Abigail heard all of this and she went to go save her husband. This is what Abigail decided to do. You understand? Not to say that, oh, he just foolish. I'm going to just go in here and just try to sleep with David. Or I'm going to just go and just leave my man and go get another man because my man is a fool. Because my man plays the game all the time. Because my man has this flaw. Because my man did this or my man did that. Abigail didn't do that. Abigail said, you know what? My man is a fool. She understood it. She knew it dearly that the man she married was an idiot. But instead of leaving her man, she went out and she took her loaves of bread and bottles of wine and sheeps and corn and raisins and figs and put them on donkeys. Keep going.
Verse 19. And she said unto her servants, go on before me. Behold, I come after you. But she told not her husband Nabal. Verse 20.
And why didn't she tell her husband Nabal?
It's like, if I may, because if she did, she would get in trouble.
No. He ain't tell her because he's a goddamn idiot. He's a fool. That's why. You understand? But now I said that for this reason, because I know a lot of sisters will say, well, see, that's why I didn't tell my man that I was getting $8,000 in taxes back. I told him I was only getting $2,000 because he's a fool. What you gotta check is the spirit behind what you do. That's something I had to learn in here for a long time. Is when you go to confront an issue or have a problem with your man, you got to look in the mirror and you got to say, what is the spirit behind this? Am I calling General Yahanna simply because I want my husband to get in trouble? You understand? Do I just want my husband to be in a council only because I just want everyone to know that he's a fool so I can have pity, so I can have shame, so I can have mercy? Or do you look in the mirror and say, you know what? I love my husband so much. He is an alcoholic and I'll never leave him. And so because I'll never leave him, I need to call for counsel so that I can fix him, so that I can help him, so that we could be together forever. You gotta weigh that about yourself before you do anything. You understand? You have to. Otherwise, you're gonna find yourself always at odds with each other, because that man, he's going to see it. He's gonna feel everything that I do. I said, Salakia, I know I gambled the $200 away. You confronted me about it. I said, Salakia, it was wrong. And now we still on the phone with General Yahanna. It doesn't seem like you're trying to fix the problem. It seems like you want me to lose my rank. It seems like you want me to have a bad stain for the school. And as a sister, I'll tell you right now, any sister that loves her husband, that is what you do not want. You don't want that. You understand? You should want your husband to his name to be known in the gates, to be known amongst the elders for having a good reputation, not for always fighting and arguing with you. You understand? You should want your husband to gain in the school, to gain in the truth, to gain his power. Why? Because the more power and the more authority that he gets, that's your seat in the kingdom of heaven. That's how you got to look at this thing. You understand? Y'all ever watch NASCAR racing? Y'all ever seen how the drivers, they driving, doing their thing, going around. And then when they got to stop, who's there to help them? That pit crew. Now, the pit crew don't get half of the glory as the driver. But that pit crew knows that if we do our job well and do it appropriately, then we'll win Daytona 500. We'll get the ring. We'll get the money. We'll get this because we did our part to help. Sisters got to understand that, like, this is your man. You understand? Like, this your key. He your key into the kingdom. He the one. You better push him to go to camp. You better say, now get up. Go to camp. Come on.
And what you bringing out is so heavy. You know, in the Christian church, those pastors, they'll say, drop that zero, get you a hero real quick. So what you're bringing out is so heavy, man. The Christian church really need to hear this Feast of Purim breakdown so he can see what a real righteous woman is like. What's her role in a marriage, her role in society, in the community. And also we got Officer Baez waiting in the back.
Oh, Salakia. Now I say, Baez, you got to connect your device. I'll add you in, Salakia. But Khan, what he's saying is absolutely right. The Christian church hates women because they're lied to them. Come on.
Khan. It's verse 20. And it was so, as she rode on the ass, that she came down. Salakia. That she came down.
Go to verse 23. Just to speed it up to answer your question. Abigail saw King heard about all these things from the servant, and she went to go get everything that King David asked for plus more. You understand? So that she could defend her man. All right, keep going. Verse 23.
Verse 23. When Abigail saw David, she hasted and lighted off the ass.
And she jumped off that donkey. She ran quickly to go do this thing. Keep going.
And fell before David on her face and bowed herself to the ground. Verse 24.
I want y'all to really think about that. Y'all be seeing the videos like, what if your man get beat up in the club? You understand? What if your man can do this? A lot of sisters nowadays would leave that man and go be with the man that beat him up. If that's you, that's how you know you never loved that man. You never loved him. You understand? There is no way in hell your man can take harm from someone else and you not there trying to kill that nigga. You should be trying to go fight for your man. You understand? But this is the spirit that our sisters have outside of this school, outside of the truth. That a man is strong or a man got the best of my husband, so now I'm gonna leave him and go sleep with him. Listen, you're gonna be sleeping with different men for the rest of your life. And you don't even know it because you're so stupid. You understand? But Abigail understood something that our sisters have to understand. Keep going.
Verse 24. And fell at his feet and said, upon me, my Lord, upon me, let this iniquity be. And let thine
man. Ooh. That's heavy. Let that marinate for a second. We know the future of this story of what happened and who got married to who. So we know how easy it was, or it could have been for her to just say, you know what, David, I just really want to just come with you. You understand? I want to divorce my husband and come with you. She did not say that. She said, let this be upon me. Whatever foolish husband you have, whatever unfit husband, he's unfit. He ain't the strongest. He ain't the smartest. He ain't the brightest. He dealing with some kind of mental illness according to you. He's all kinds of bad in every kind of way. A strong sister would say, you know what, well, let that be on me. I'll just carry it. I'll just make sure we get to the Passover. I'll make sure we at the Feast of Purim. I'll make sure you got garments. I'll make sure you got crowns. I'll just make the crowns. I know you don't have enough money to go buy all of the diamond crowns. I'll just make them for you. I'll just make the garment for you. I'll just do it. She'll just accept that burden. And in accepting that burden, you understand, you are supplanting your reward in the kingdom of heaven. That's how you do it. That's how you start to plant what you get in return by how you treat your husband. You think I'm lying? Or what did Christ say about brothers treating each other? Ye know my servants. You know the people that follow me by how they treat one another. Well, if you want that, then you're gonna have to start thinking about how you treat your man. You understand? What are you willing to suffer? What are you willing to let go? Like Abigail was for her husband Nabal. Come on.
If I may, Babu Kasha, yeah, what you're bringing out is real nuclear. I just want to give a straight point to the Christians who's going to see this stream. All y'all in that church act like you're all virtuous. This is the real example of what and how a virtuous woman supposed to be. Salaki.
Damn right. Damn right. Like if you ain't suffering for, you understand, each other, then what are we doing here? You understand? Like, what is the point of being in this truth and serving the Lord if we don't suffer one another? If we don't fight for one another? If we don't set aside our differences so that brotherhood could reign supreme in this earth? What is the point of us even being here if every little problem, y'all know if every little problem we let get to us, this school would have fallen in 1970. It would have started in 1969. It would have ended in 1970. You understand? That's how that's like that. Salak, I got your message. But that is the world, which is why the Black Panthers fell. It's why the Muslim, the Nation of Islam fell. The Fruit of Islam falls. And the not effing around coalition crew gang. I guess I don't know what the hell it is. The Bloods and the Crips. You know why there's so many different Bloods and Crips? It's because they don't have brotherhood. They don't have enough. They don't have enough to just say, yeah, man, we just all Bloods. They have to have discord with each other for them to survive, because they have been so oppressed that they've taken the ways of our oppressor into their livelihood. The only place that we could get rid of that is the Israelite school of UPK under Commanding General Yahanna. That's it. It's the only place. Drop that. Let's go back to the story, man. Give me go back to Esther chapter 1 and take me back to, let me see, where was we at? Was you holding where we was at?
Salakia, I am not.
We read up to 21.
We was at 21. Yeah, go back to 21 and finish out 22.
Okay.
Salakia, the food. Y'all get the sisters a hand, man, that made all the glorious food. Salakia, if y'all want to, y'all could go ahead and get down, start serving the food. Y'all can start eating. Y'all don't got to wait. Come on when you got it. As Esther 1 and 21. Whoever got it. Give it up for the Lord's Passover, man. April 4th, Houston, Texas, all week. Make sure you're there. Get your arrangements in order, man. The Passover is coming up right after this. Man, it's going to be glorious. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm ready. Again, I'm envious of you brothers and you sisters who get to experience the Passover for the first time. It's going to be something. It's going to be an event and a week to marvel over for a long time. Trust me. Come on.
It's the Book of Esther, chapter 1, verse 21. And the saying pleased the king and the princes. And the king did according to the word of Memucan.
Salaki, did that answer your question? Okay, come on.
Verse 22. For he sent letters into all the king's provinces, into every province according to the writing thereof, and to every people after their language, that every man should bear rule in his own house.
That every man should bear rule over his own house. You understand? Like, this is what we have to start getting back to. You got to start showing, like, sisters got to start showing their younger sons who is the head of the household. How do you show your son how to be a man? By showing him a man and his father. You have to let him be the man. Let him tell you what to do, so that boy grows up and says, you know what, this is how it's supposed to be. So that a daughter grows up and says, this is how it's supposed to be. So now that the roles is not being flipped and reversed. You understand? When you have sisters growing up in households where the woman is the head of the household and the man bows his neck, now you know what that does to that sister? That a mother is going to hate? Who knows? Who knows what happens when that daughter grows up and she inherits the traits that you showed her with her father? Who knows? Who could take a guess? And the mother's going to hate. Come on.
She going to repeat the same thing.
She going to repeat the same.
Like a mother.
It's a little bit worse than that. What is the repercussion of what happens? It happens all the time. Come on.
Yeah, Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
She going to be lonely. She ain't going to have no man.
All y'all is right. All of these things is going to happen, but it's something that she, like the mother and the father, is going to hate. It happens all of the time. I'll give you an example. Because a woman does not know how to speak to a man. She believes she's over him. Right. So she says, nigga, shut your mouth. You a B word. You a little nigga. You this. You ain't my daddy. And then what happens?
Salaki.
She gonna get her hair combed.
That's it. That's it. I hate to say it. Of course, I'm speaking about outside of the truth. I'm saying when your daughter now grows up and she gets with Day down the block and she gets with Daron or whatever she goes and do, the drug dealer that she know from high school or the football player that she know from college, and she's going to treat him like you treated her father. And what's going to happen is that man is going to put hands on your daughter and you're going to hate it because she didn't learn how to respect her man, how to watch her mouth, and she's going to be dealing with a man who doesn't have no self-control. He just doesn't have it. And he's a drug addict. He's a drug addict who has no self-control, and your family is going to be in turmoil because you're going to get a call one day with your daughter while she's crying with a black eye. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me you haven't seen it. How many of you teach your children when the police come, just obey their orders? When the police come, they say, give me your license and registration. You don't give them no back talk. You just give them the license and registration. Does that mean that we agree with the police all the time? Does it mean that we believe the police is right and pulling our children over all the time? It means we want you to save your life. We want you to live when you interact with police officers. And because they have authority over you, you have to speak in a certain way. Well, sisters, that man has authority over your daughter. That man has authority over your daughter. And you have to teach her how to interact with that man, because a lot of times we fallen victim to relationships that are not in the truth under Commanding General Yahanna. And that's the number one problem. You want to fix all of that, then just have your daughters and your sons, just marry brothers and sisters that's in the school, if you want to rid all of that. But outside of that, that's what you're going to fall victim to. Come on. Somebody has something to water. Keep reading.
So if I may. Yeah, like what you were saying, I was just going to add to it real quick. Like, this is proof, what you're saying, why or young women grow up and then they usurp their authority over the man. And that's why the scripture says a woman shouldn't usurp authority over a man. So like that was it.
God. And again, just to be clear, this is not saying that any man should put hands on his woman. Ever. You should never, ever, ever put hands on your woman, ever. You understand? When you do something like that, you relinquish your power over to her. You understand? You give her the authority. And the reason why brothers do it is because brothers feel this feeling of superiority over their woman, and when they don't get the submissiveness that they think they're supposed to have, it boggles their mind. They don't understand why this woman just doesn't shut up when I say shut up. They can't quite They can't quite fathom the idea that this woman is disobeying me. And because they don't understand it and they're not trained by Commanding General Yahanna, they let their emotions get the best of them. And so they go off and just try to hit her. What is the only way that you could get authority over your woman? What's the only way that you can have power over her? Who knows? There's only one way. Come on.
Salaki, other one.
Nadia had it first. Come on.
Okay.
If she gives it to you, sir.
She has to give it to you. That's the only way. If you tell her to fold the laundry and she decides, nah, I'm not going to fold the laundry, then you do not force her to do anything. Understand? You can call for counsel. You understand? Or you can just find another woman who will just fold the laundry. Just find somebody who will do it better. You tell your woman the Feast of Purim is coming up. And well, I'm going to need you to make two pans of string beans for the Feast of Purim. She said 2 pans of string beans is too much. I'm not doing it. I'm not cooking 2 pans of string beans for the women. I mean, for the Feast of Purim. And then, of course, because you feel I'm superior to her, I'm over her, she's supposed to do what I say, she's supposed to be under me, you get emotional and you start to find ways to try to enact your authority over her. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't even argue with her. You understand? If my rib says, I'm not cooking the string beans, no sweat. She's gonna see some beautiful sister in a dress. I'm gonna put the camera on her. I'm gonna put the beautiful sister in the dress who got all the string beans coming into here. And then you know what usually happens? Then she'll just turn around and cook the string beans out. You understand that? A lot of brothers, you gotta learn to not be manipulated by your woman, but you have to manipulate her. You have to be stronger than her, not just in might, but in your mind. You understand? Keep going. Where we at?
We're in verse 22, Esther chapter 1, verse 22.
Go to verse 24.
Salaki, other one. Chapter 1 ends at verse 22.
Hold on 1 second. Might be reading something wrong here. Bear with me. Khan, you're right, Sluggy. Go to chapter 2 and verse 5.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Sluggy, Shabbayal, I ain't got nobody on the live. I just got Bahamas, I got you, and I got Ayaz Zahab. Sluggy. Come on.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 2 and verse 5. Now in Shushan the palace, there was a certain Jew whose name was Mordecai, the son of Jair, the son of Shimei, the son of Kish of Benjamin.
So now, here we go. Mordecai is the cousin to Esther. This is Esther's cousin, right? And we're going to see who Mordecai is. Come on.
Verse 6. Who had been carried away from Jerusalem with the captivity, which had been carried away with Jehoconiah, king of Judah, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, had carried away.
Now, this story is taking place after the Babylonian captivity. Keep going.
Verse 7. And he brought up
Hadassah,
that is Esther, his uncle's daughter, for she had neither father nor mother, and the maid was fair and beautiful.
Keep going.
Whom Mordecai, when her father and mother were dead, took for his own daughter.
So now, Mordecai, you understand, raised up Esther as his own daughter because her mother and her father had been unalived or were dead, Salakia. But so now he's raising her, his little cousin, up as his daughter and raising her up until this point, right until I don't want to give it to you. Just keep reading. Come on.
Verse 8. So it came to pass when the king's commandment and his decree was heard, and when many maidens were gathered together unto Shushan the palace, to the custody of Haggai, that Esther was brought also unto the king's house, to the custody of Haggai, keeper of the women.
So now, this is the point where Mordecai is seeing something. He's seeing an opportunity, right? And so this daughter that he raised up, he's now going to use the king's commandment. Remember, the king made a decree to have virgin women, virgin maids. Of course, we know virgin means what? Come on.
Salaka. A young woman of marital age.
A young woman of marital age. And so he wanted all of the single young women of marital age to be brought into the women's chambers, to be brought into the quarters so that they could be prepared to pretty much compete to be the new queen to serve beside Xerxes, right? So now Mordecai is sending Esther to be a part of that banquet. Keep going.
Verse 9. And the maiden pleased him. She obtained kindness of him. And he speedily gave her things for purification with such things as belonged to her, and 7 maidens which were meet to be given her out of the king's house. And he preferred her and her maids unto the best place of the house of the woman.
So now this is what sisters got to understand. You got to imagine when you go into the workforce, when you go to get those jobs, when you go into corporate America, right? So a lot of times sisters are preferred. You get into doors that brothers cannot get into because you are the sweetest and the best women on the face of the planet Earth. You are that for sure. And so now she's getting this 7, she's getting maids, and she's getting just certain what you call it? Just certain things that all of the other women are not getting. You understand? She's getting it because she found favor with these with the servants. Salaka, keep going.
Verse 10. Esther had not shewed her people nor her kindred, for Mordecai had charged her that she should not shew it.
So Mordecai told Esther, don't tell nobody that you're a Jew. Don't tell anybody that you're an Israelite. Just keep that to yourself. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 11. And Mordecai walked every day before the court of the women's house to know how Esther did and what should become of her.
So again, what's happening here is that these women are going through these different trials. They're going through these different, you understand, just testing things to see who would be the most fit to be the queen to sit beside Asherus, right?
So like
every day, come on.
I just want to say, and it's also proof that all these are people of color.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, Salaka. Oh, what's happening, right? Yeah, come on.
If she can blend in with them, they all have to be people of color.
All right, come on.
Verse 12. Now when every maid's turn was come to go in to King Ahasuerus, after that she had been 12 months according to the manner of the woman. For so were the days of their purifications accomplished, to wit, 6 months with oil of myrrh, and 6 months with sweet odors, and with other things for the purifying of the woman.
Now this isn't, this is unheard of. To get prepared for the king, these sisters, they would bathe for 6 months and old doors, and what was the other thing? And oil of myrrh. This is what they would bathe themselves to purify themselves to get ready for the king. Now, I know, yeah, that's every brother's dream, right? So now, sisters, man, I gotta ask, why you think that little spritz of body bath works is enough? We need a little bit more than that, right? Maybe it's because you're not kings yet, brothers, but maybe one day brothers will be kings, and we'll get the 6 months of myrrh and the 6 months of oil of odors, man. Right? Keep going.
Verse 13. Then thus came every maiden unto the king. Whatsoever she desired was given to her to go with her out of the house of the women unto the king's house. Verse 14. In the evening she went, and on the morrow she returned into the second house of the women.
Drop down to verse 15.
Verse 15. Now when the turn of Esther, the daughter of Abigail, the uncle of Mordecai, who had taken her for his daughter, was come to go in unto the king, she required nothing but what Haggai, the king's chamberlain, the keeper of the women, appointed.
Keep going.
And Esther obtained favor in the sight of them that looked upon her.
So meaning Esther was favored amongst everybody. She was just that woman. Like Esther, you gotta think of like the baddest broad you ever seen in your life. And that was Esther. Esther was that sister that when she walked in the room, jaws dropped. Like and not just from her beauty, but the way that she carried herself, the way that she spoke, the way that she talked, the way that she walked, the way that she dressed. Everything was as elegant and beautiful with this sister, and everyone loved her. Everyone loved her for it. You understand? And so now she's finding favor in the king's house. Keep going.
Verse 16. So Esther was taken unto King Ahasuerus into his house royal in the 10th month, which in the month Tebet, in the 7th year of his reign. Verse 17. And the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head.
So now King Ahasuerus is choosing Esther. She got you. Y'all know how they say sisters be pick-me's? All of these women were pick-me's. They were trying to get picked. You understand? and Esther got picked. She got picked by King Ahasuerus, right? So he put the crown on her head. Keep going, signifying that she had been chosen. Keep going.
And made her queen instead of Vashti. Verse 18. Then the king made a great feast unto all his princes.
This is another Salaga. This is another point that I gotta drive home with the sisters too. Of course, you know that as an Israelite by God, we know that it is a man's right to have another woman, to have multiple women. That is his right. And sisters hate it. You understand? And we get it. We know that the sisters hate it because you believe that you be replaced. You believe that the man that you love is going to leave you to be with another woman because another woman is new. Another woman is fresh. And it scares certain sisters. It scares you into thinking that now I'm going to be more lonely than I was because another woman is coming into this house. Sisters, you better learn from Esther, because Vashti absolutely had that house. Vashti absolutely had that seat. She had that crown on her head and she lost it. Not because of Esther's beauty. I know Esther was beautiful and had all of the value and was nice, good looking, all of that. That's not why Vashti lost her spot. She lost her spot simply because she fell out of the order of her husband. She stopped doing what he said to do. And Esther did it. You want to fight against that other wife? You don't fight with her by running your mouth or by cursing out your husband or calling him at 3 a.m. saying, why are you out at that club? You out at that club to do what? To get more women? You out that club to get a better woman than me? Listen, I'm telling you right now, if you do that, then your husband is for sure going to find a better woman, because the woman in the club does not give a damn about you. She doesn't care. She doesn't know anything about you. She doesn't care anything about you. What she knows is that man in front of her, she's ready to drop down and give him the world. She does know that. She knows that I'm going to talk to him sweet. I'm going to be kind to him. I'm going to love him. That she does know. While you at home, while you are giving him all kinds of hell and you're making it hard for him to love you. Sisters, if you learn nothing else, you better learn that the way to win is to be the thing that you were that got your man in the first place. Don't lose sight of that. Don't lose it. You understand? You argue so much about me going and getting another woman. I'm going to do it tonight now. Now I'm going to do it. I done been accused of it so goddamn. I'm in here we in here playing spades. They ain't even no goddamn women in here. We playing spades and you talking about other women. Now we going to go get the other women. I remember I had a counsel so long ago, and it was about this, and I remember General Hyman's words like it was yesterday. He said, Yarmark, this sister has such an issue. She is evil to you because she has a fabrication in her mind that you're out there getting other women. He said, this is what I want you to do. It's like a general. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to say it. He said, Yarmark, the next time she asks you what you're doing, I don't care what it is that you're doing. Say you're doing it to get another woman. If you're going to Taco Bell, tell her you had to drive through to get other women. If you're in the bathroom too long, tell her you're on the toilet trying to get more women just to break that thing that needs to be broken. You want your man to love you, sister, and just be a woman that's worthy of being loved. That's all. You understand? Don't be a thorn in a brother's hip. Don't be that thing. Be a sister that's sweet. You understand? And I know sisters ain't going to want to hear it, and they're going to want to ignore it. No sweat. The school going to grow one way or another. Either we going to have more babies, or there's going to be just more sisters in here that hate each other, one or the other. Come on, keep reading.
God. And she obtained grace and favor in his sight, more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head, and he made her queen instead of Vashti. Verse 18. Then the king made a great feast unto all the princes and his servants, even Esther's feast. And he made a release to the provinces and gave gifts according to the state of the king. Verse 19. And when the virgins were gathered together the second time.
Skip that. Go to verse chapter 3.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 1. After these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, and
the
Agagite, and advised him.
Which we know Haman was a who? What is Haman today?
I believe he was an Edomite.
He Edomite, but what tribe?
Amalekite.
This is a fake Jew. This is a so-called Jewish man here, right? Come on.
And set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
So now Haman is getting this power from Ahasuerus. He's going to be number 2 in command next to King Ahasuerus, right? Keep going.
Verse 2. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman. For the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did he reverence.
So Mordecai wasn't feeling it. He ain't feeling Haman at all. He like, nah, I ain't bowing to him. You understand? This some heathen. He ain't bowing to him. He don't give him no reverence. He ain't giving him no praise. He ain't giving him nothing. You understand? Because Mordecai was a stand-up brother. He was a Benjamite. You understand? I know if y'all know anything about them Benjamite, we got Ayazahab up here. I can see Ayazahab being Mordecai. So like I just see him being up in there, and he just like, man, who the man? Well, go ahead. How you just said it? He'd be like, man, who the hell is Haman, man?
Yeah, why the blood clot happen to you, brother?
Yeah, man. Ayazahab ain't bowing to no Haman, man. The hell with that. And Mordecai, he felt the same way. I ain't bowing to him. Come on. Keep going.
Verse 3. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandment? Verse 4. Now it came to pass when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew.
So now Mordecai is letting it be known who he is. He's saying, I'm a Jew and I'm not standing for you. I'm not giving you no reference and I'm not bowing to you whatsoever. I'm a Jew. Keep going.
Verse 5. When Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then Haman was full of wrath. Verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay his hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shewed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all of the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
Which goes to show you the hatred that Amalek has had with us. You understand? Amalek has had us. Someone give me Exodus chapter 15 and verse 17. That the Amalek's hatred with us is so diabolical. Is almost hilarious that he decided to claim himself to be the Jew, to be the children of Israel, when in actuality he is just another Edomite. But they hate our guts. You all know the story of what Amalek did to the children of Israel while we were traveling from Egypt. How they unalived the old and the weak men in the back of our convoy. Y'all do know that story, right? That is what the Jewish man had done to us. And the Lord has swore that he will be at war with Amalek for his generations. You understand? Read what you got.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 16 and verse 17.
15 and 17.
It's locked. This is the book.
Come on. You want that too? Sly, you want that one too? It's the lock here. Sly, now I wanted 17 and 15 in Exodus, but we could get Deuteronomy as well. Somebody get Deuteronomy, somebody get Exodus 17 and 15. What's the scripture you called?
25, Deuteronomy 25, I believe it's 17.
25 and 17. Whoever get whichever one first.
Go ahead.
Let him read that one. Or go ahead and read Deuteronomy.
Read Deuteronomy first. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25 and verse 17. Remember what Amalek did.
This is the Lord. The Lord said, remember what Amalek had did. Keep going.
Unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt.
When we were traveling out of Egypt, again, like I said, Amalek seen the weak of our ranks, and instead of attacking us head on, they wanted to attack the old and the sick and the young in the back of our ranks. Keep going.
Verse 18. How he met thee by the way and smote the hindermost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not God.
Like that is the characteristics of the so-called Jewish man. Yeah, y'all see the Jewish man today? Like that seems like something he would do. He like the rat. Y'all remember that? Y'all, how many of y'all seen Harry Potter? Matter of fact, I know the why I know Harry Potter. What's that cat man who turned into that rat? Peter Pettigrew. I bet he's some kind of Jewish man, because he looks just like it. Like whenever I think of Jewish people, I just look at them turning into rats and scavenging and going underneath tunnels and doing all kinds of this nasty stuff, right? But this is what they did to us, man, and the Lord never forgot it. You understand? Read what you got.
19. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy God hath given thee rest from all thine enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under the heavens.
Like the so-called Jewish man ain't even going to exist no more. You understand? Like he committed one of the most heinous crimes to us. Come on. He's not even going to be here. You understand? To do nothing. He's going to be blotted out from under the heavens, man. And that's what the Lord promised us. Give me Exodus 17 and 15. Start at verse 14.
So like I said, I just want to say, like, Amalek is like, to me, this is like the most cowardly deed in the Bible.
Yeah, man. That's what say he's a rat.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they only attack when they got the military advantage, man. They never gonna fight you one-on-one.
Yeah, just like those rats. Ask Bible One, he know.
It's a locket. It's a locket.
Come on.
Even like when we in handcuffs, like they pull us over or something, we in handcuffs, they still brutalize us and attack them racist dogs on us. They cowards.
Yeah, man. That's Esau in general. Esau is a coward in general. But them hi-hats, man. Woo. Hey, by eyes, I see you, man, but it's saying device not connected. Salaki. It might be having an issue with the camera. But come on, read what you got.
Khan. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 17, verse 14. Verse 14. And the Lord said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly pour out the remembrance.
Read it one more time.
For I will utterly pour out the remembrance.
One more time. What word is that? For I will utterly
pour out the remembrance.
Oh, is that say what? That's the KJV. It should say put. It should say I will utterly put out.
Salaki Yadawan. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven.
Keep going.
Verse 15. And Moses built an altar and called the name of it Jehovah Nissi.
Jehovah Nissi, which means what? This whole altar was built to remind us that what? That the Lord is going to destroy Amalek forever. Forever will the Lord be destroyed, and they are not going to exist once the Lord gives us rest. So now go back to Esther. It's like go back to Esther, and now we know that Haman is an Amalekite. Salaki. He is so-called what they would call today a so-called Jewish man. So I'll be trying to, when I be reading the scriptures, I try to envision these people, and now I just envision him as some hi-hat, some black twirl, whatever. Y'all know how they be looking, man. Again, like a rat of people, whatever, act like he's so weak, but in actuality, he's such a monster, such a beast. You understand? The type to try to harm your children when no one's looking. Come on.
This is the book of Esther.
Somebody has something?
You ain't really rich. That's what all the poor.
Salaki, come on.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 7. In the first month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast Pur, that is the lot before Haman from day to day.
And lots is like what? Lots is like your dice, right? They cast dice like our and thummim. It's what we would use to make decisions about certain things, right? Keep going.
And from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. Verse 8. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there was a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the provinces of thy kingdom. And their laws are diverse from all people. Neither keep they the king's laws.
So now he's talking about Israel. He's talking about there's a nation of people that's living amongst your kingdom, but their laws are different from your laws. They don't celebrate what everyone else celebrates. They don't do what everyone else does. These people are different. He's trying to propagate his way into King Ahasuerus' ear to make these people seem to be what? Monsters. He's saying they wear garments. They wear crowns and mitres and head wraps and armbands with spikes and studs. And these people are different from everybody else so that he can propagate his way into destroying all of Israel, all of the Israelites that were living there in this time. Keep going.
Neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. Verse 9. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed.
Come on.
And I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasury.
So now Haman is putting in his order. He putting in his request to be allowed to unalive the children of Israel, right? And he's so enthusiastic about unaliving us that he's even willing to pay. You understand? He's sweetening the deal. He said, we do this and we're going to bring money back into the king's house to get it done. You understand? Keep going. This just shows you the hatred that Amalek has for the nation of Israel. This is why, like, again, it's such a heinous crime that the so-called Jewish man is calling himself a Jew when he is not a Jew. He once sought to destroy all of the Jews on the earth. And because he couldn't destroy us, he then decided to replace us. Keep going.
Verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha, and Agagite, the Jews' enemy. Verse 11. The king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
Drop down to verse 23.
Salakia, the one it ends at 15.
I mean, Salakia, 13. Salakia, drop down to verse 13.
Verse 13. And the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month Adar, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
So Haman is planning a mass slaughter. He is planning to slaughter all of the Jews, not just Mordecai, not just the one who offended him. He wants to slaughter all of the men, the women, the children, everything that called itself a Jew or Israelite during that time. Haman is putting in a request or the notice that it's going to happen. Like the reason why this is so important is because you got to understand the power that we were dealing with. This is how much power Haman had. You understand? To put in a request to wipe out everybody, to just unalive all of us, and that would have just been our fate because we were enslaved, right? We were not in our kingdom. We didn't have our own government or our own military to defend ourselves. We were at the mercy of the king of Persia during this time, which is what we are in today in America, which is why black people shouldn't be afraid of Iran. You shouldn't be afraid of what's happening in the Middle East. You should employ it. You should be happy when they speak about bombing and terrorist attacks and America going to war, because America going to war means that your people one day will be free. We're getting that much closer. You understand? You should be ready for it. Because if not, who says that tomorrow that Donald Trump doesn't just say, you know what, just unalive all the black people? And if that happened, what would you do? That's a question you got to ask yourself. If Donald Trump tomorrow say, you know what, enact martial law across every 50 state of the United States of America and arrest all black people and put them in camps, what would you do? What military do you have? What government do you have? Nothing. You would be at the mercy of Donald Trump. This is why America has to fall so that we could be free. But keep going.
Verse 14. The copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was.
Salakia, drop that. Go to verse chapter 4. Skip down. So now he put out these letters, and these letters went out everywhere, out to all of the kingdoms, all of the provinces, all of the inhabitants that was under King Ahasuerus' rule, that the Jews were going to be unalived. That was it. And that's how much power they had that they could put it in the newspaper. They put it in the newspaper, and there was nothing that that we could do. Nothing at all. You understand? Read what you got, verse 1.
It's the Book of Esther, chapter 4 and verse 1. When Mordecai perceived all that was done, Mordecai rent his clothes.
So he did what? Mordecai read these letters, and because he loved his people, he started to rent his clothes, meaning he started to rip his clothes because of how in pain he was, how much in pain he was, knowing that his people was about to be unalived by Haman and the authority of King Ahasuerus. Keep going.
And and put on sackcloth with ashes, and went out into the midst of the city, and cried with a loud and bitter cry. Verse 2. And came even before the king's gate, for none might enter into the king's gate clothed with sackcloth. Verse 3. And in every province, whithersoever the king's commandment and his decree came, there was great mourning among the Jews, and fasting, and weeping, and wailing, and many lay in sackcloth and ashes.
So now again, as we read in these newspapers, we realize this is it. It's over. We are done. Our children is about to be unalived. Our fathers, our mothers, our aunts, our uncles, all of us are about to just be wiped out by Haman and this army that's coming to just lay waste to us and our people. Keep going.
Verse 4. So Esther's maids and her chamberlains came and told it to her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai and to take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not.
And so now Esther's getting word. Esther's being told now at this point, hey, Haman is sending out orders to unalive all of the children of Israel. And Esther was a type of sister like the sisters in the Israelite school of UPK. She didn't just care about herself and her glory. She didn't just care about herself and her power. No. See, these sisters like Esther, they had a love for their people. They had a care for brothers and sisters that sleep under bridges, that are unalived by wicked, crooked police officers, that are unalived by government officials and impoverished and oppressed by our oppressor. Esther started to rent her clothes to become very saddened and drop and cry because she didn't want her people to die. Even though it didn't mean her demise, Esther would have been fine. She was the queen. But even in her power, she sought to have the love for her people. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 5. Then called Esther for Hatak, one of the king's chamberlains, whom he had appointed to attend upon her, and gave him a commandment to Mordecai to know what it was and why it was.
And so now she has a servant that the king gave to her, and she's giving him a message to go take to Mordecai so that she could speak with Mordecai. This is how they start to converse with each other about what's going on. Keep going.
Verse 6. So Hatak went forth to Mordecai unto the street of the city, which was before the king's gate. Verse 7. And Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of money that Haman had promised to pay to the king's treasuries for the Jews to destroy them. Verse 8. Also he gave him the copy of writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to shew it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king, to make supplication unto him, and to make requests before him for her people.
And so now Mordecai is saying what? What is Mordecai doing? What is Mordecai saying to Esther? Give him the mic.
Like you to go to the king and make supplication, which is just plead for the people.
Yeah. Mordecai is telling Esther to go into the king's chambers and to try to convince him to not unalive the children of Israel. Now, this was very dangerous. Why? Why was this dangerous? Come on.
He had orders not to for nobody to come in.
Yes, but it's in another way. Come on. Go ahead. Say what you got.
I might be off, but it expose that she's on their side in a way.
Salaki, is it kind of like usurping authority over the man? Salaki.
Anybody else? Quiet Ball was closest. Come on.
Salakia. It was mentioned in further into the verse that even them coming to the king's gate in sackcloth wasn't good. So was it because that they just didn't like Jews, period?
Why would it be dangerous for her to go? Remember, King Ahasuerus is her husband. This is her man. You understand? She done slept with him and all of that. Her honeymoons, anniversary, I don't know what the hell they was doing. But this is her man. Why was it dangerous for her to go to his quarters or his chambers unannounced? I give one more shot.
Salakia.
Come on.
Just to take it all the way home, because he had a decree that he shouldn't be disturbed unless he summoned somebody to come in there.
That's it. You cannot walk into the king's chambers without being appointed to do so. Otherwise, you would die. You would just die. Why? Because the king is paranoid. He's thinking he got so much power, anybody could come in there and just unalive him. You got spies, you got traitors, you got all kinds of stuff. So if he doesn't call for you, you cannot go into his chambers. That included his wives. You understand? So what Mordecai is asking her to do could absolutely get her killed. And he's asking her to do it anyway. Keep going.
Verse 9. And Hatak came and told Esther the words of Mordecai. Verse 10. Again Esther spake unto Hatak and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. Verse 11. All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death.
So now he's explaining it. Any man or woman that comes into the king's court that isn't invited is the law that they be put to death. You understand? And that's what Mordecai is asking of this sister. So now, how does that relate today? Now, you sisters will go out here and they'll go and get positions in these workforces. You'll go and get positions in American politics and government. The problem is that as sisters start to climb in America's structure, they'll lose sight of what Mordecai had, which was the love for their people, which is why you see sisters who go and get power, and then they hate the drug addicts that sleep underneath the bridge. They hate the poor of the children of Israel. They hate the ones that are being oppressed to the point where they are dying. Mordecai wouldn't forget them. And he's telling Esther to not forget us. And she's going to do it. Come on.
Except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come in unto the king these 30 days.
So she's trying to explain to Mordecai, I'm going to die for doing this. He didn't give me the golden scepter. I'm not allowed to go in there. But we're going to see what Mordecai says. Keep reading.
Verse 12. And they told Mordecai Esther's words. Verse 13. Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou.
Hold on, read that one more time.
Then Mordecai commanded to answer
just read
Esther,
that one part one more time.
Think not with thyself.
One more time.
Think not with thyself.
One more time.
Think not with thyself.
Sisters, this is your strength. This is the thing that makes you better than every bitch that's not inside of this school. This thing right here is the thing that separates you from every bad girls club, from every Hollywood actress, from every superstar singer, Cardi B, Sweetie, what's the other superstar singers y'all love? LMA. This is the thing that separates you from them. You not thinking about yourself, being selfish. That is the one quality that in America we have been taught to grow it. Dog eat dog world. I gotta have this, so me and my family got to have this, regardless of what my people are suffering. This is what Mordecai is giving to Esther, and this is what you sisters should take from it. Don't think about yourself when you go out here and get these jobs. Don't leave your husband and fight with him because of tax return money. You know how many relationships are going to end because of taxes? Because you get a lump sum of money and you feel like he's a fool and shouldn't have more than $20. You know how many relationships is going to end? It's going to happen. Don't think about yourself. Think about your people. What can you do to serve your people? What can you do to help your people? This is what Mordecai is trying to get Esther to understand, because right now she's thinking about herself. She's thinking about, but what about my bills? What about my water bill? What about my light bill? My rent is too high. I can't do this. I can't do that because this is too much. This is going to hurt me too much. It's going to hurt me to cook for the brothers because I don't have money for the light bill. I don't have money for the water bill. So cooking string beans for the brothers is going to be too much. You're thinking about yourself. You're afraid of something that you've never even done before. You've never been homeless. You've never died from starvation. You've never even tried it. But you hallucinate over the idea of something that the very thing you're sacrificing for would never even allow it to happen to you. You know how many sisters complain about lights being cut off and they can't cook for brothers? Don't you know that the brothers you cook for would never allow your lights to get cut off? Don't you know that the school that you serve would never allow you to live in pain? Would never allow you to be homeless? So why are you thinking about yourself? Come on. Read.
Kanabakan. Think not with thyself that thou shalt escape into the king's house more than all the Jews. Verse 14. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed.
But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. Meaning you're going to be rich and you're going to be fine and your light bills will be paid. Yeah, you're going to have lights and your water is going to be nice and cold and hot when you want it to be hot. And your AC going to blow cold and your heat going to blow hot and your house going to be nice and you're going to have decorations and food in your refrigerator and you're going to have everything that you want to have. But your brothers and your sisters, they will suffer. They won't have it. They won't have hot water. They won't have cold water. They won't have nothing while you have everything. If you are a sister in here under Commanding General Yahanna, then that is no life to live. I could never imagine living, having everything while my brothers have nothing, while my sisters have nothing. I could never imagine it. And if you can imagine something like that, then you don't belong in here. You should just leave. You should just get out and leave and go and do whatever the hell you want to. I don't know. Go get rich. Go make $1 million. Go find a husband that's suitable for whatever you do and for whatever you think you deserve, or the wife you think you deserve. Just leave here if you don't have this kind of strength to sacrifice everything that you have for everyone else around you. It is the number one thing that Black people have fallen victim to that has destroyed us all. It's selfishness. We've stopped caring about each other. We started to care more about our oppressor, and in return, we've hated each other. That's where you get terms in a Christian church like those niggas over there. I can't hang around those niggas. Those is now. I remember I heard IUIC say, I thought IUIC was supposed to be an Israelite group. They supposed to be an Israelite holier than thou group, and they said that's that niggerdom. That's niggerdom over there. Those is we Israelites. Those is niggas. Yeah, they gonna let all the niggas starve while the Israelites have all the hot water. I guess. Come on, give them the mic.
If I could, they do let brothers starve, sir. They do not go out into communities and feed the homeless.
There's only one man on the earth that feeds anybody, and that man is Commanding General Yahanna. He's the only man. This has been said for, I don't know, over 30 years. One day the world will. When Iran blows your neighborhood to piss, the world will know that Commander General Yahanna is the only man that's ever loved you. He's the only leader that's actually loved black people. He's the only one. But of course, you won't believe us right now because you have a house to go to. One day you won't. One day you won't have the police. You won't have 911. The world will be in complete and total turmoil, and you would have nothing but the men and women that you see in this room right now. This will be it. This is all you got. And so now, how long are we going to destroy each other? How long are we going to deprive one another from the brotherhood and the sisterhood that our King Jesus Christ died for us to have? How long is it going to take for you to love me? How long is it going to take for you brothers to love these sisters and you sisters to love these brothers more than you love yourself? How long? How many more people have to die? How many times does Christ have to be crucified before you realize that the man and the woman sitting beside you is the most important thing on the face of the planet Earth? More important than yourself. I don't know, maybe a few more. Maybe a few more children have to die. Maybe a few more children have to be impoverished and starve and die and live through oppression before you realize that we need each other. We need our sisters to stand with those brothers. You sisters standing with those brothers, you don't understand what a service you're doing by feeding my brother, by braiding my brother's hair, by folding his laundry. You don't understand because to you, it seems so small.
Salaki.
It seems so small. Come on.
If I may, what you're bringing out is heavy. And I just want to impart this on the brothers. How long are you brothers in the world gonna lack the testicular fortitude to join the ranks of real men? Salaki.
Oh man, hey, listen, I don't know.
That's a good question.
I'll tell you one thing. Iran start putting bombs out here. They're gonna be at the door. They're gonna be looking for Iraq. All the people outside gonna be like, "Where that nigga with that Hummer at?" Looking for him. Look, the door gonna be closed. We gone. You understand? But this is what we got to take from this story. You understand? Where we at? Was that verse 16?
Sir, that was verse 14.
All right, let's go to 16 so we can clip it up.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 4, verse 16.
No, I mean, keep going from where you was at.
This is the book of Esther, chapter 4, and verse 14. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed, and who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this?
Meaning what? What is Mordecai saying to Esther? What is he saying? For time's sake, he's saying this. He's saying, how do you know that this isn't the job that the Lord has set for you? How do you know that God had not raised you up for this moment right here, right now? Stuff like this seems so small. Everything you do, you understand, in here could be your brick into serving the Most High. Every plate of food that you made, every feast that you attended, the Passover you sacrificed, you made a pilgrimage to. Trust me, I know. You brothers and you sisters, it's about to hurt getting to this Passover, but you will do it. You'll do it because you don't think about yourself. You do it because you know all the sisters want to see the Wah. All of the sisters. If the Wah don't make it to the Passover, it's ruined. The whole I'm gonna hear it on Facebook. All the sisters are gonna say the Wah was not there at the Passover. It's ruined. It's over. So she'll make the pilgrimage to be there. You understand? And that's the spirit that we have to have. Keep going.
Verse 15. Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer. Verse 16. Go, gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for them, and neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so will I go in unto the king.
Keep going.
Which is not according to the law.
Hold on. Now she said, I'm going to fast. I'm going to start to prepare myself. Ain't this just like Christ? He said, I'm going to fast and prepare myself for something that's coming, that she knew was coming. And she said this is how strong Esther was. This is the type of sister that y'all share ancestry with. This is her. Finish it.
Kana wakan. And if I perish, I perish.
Esther said, if I die, I die. That's it. Brother need them string beans. If my lights get cut off, they just get cut off, I guess. If the water just get cut off, I guess we just ain't gonna have no water. But the brothers need them 2 pans of string beans with the salt and pepper on it. However y'all make, I don't know. I don't be making no string beans. That was right, salt and pepper? I'm a chef, man. And some butter. But you'll make that sacrifice for your brothers. You'll make that sacrifice for your sisters. You understand? And brothers, likewise, you're going to have to sacrifice for your sister. You're going to have to deal with her. You're going to have to try to understand her. You understand? I know we men. We men, and we just want to rule everything, and we just want to push buttons on Xboxes they just cut on, and we think a woman is made like that. You just want to push the button and she just shut up and just turn off, go to sleep until tomorrow. She ain't that. You understand? She's something more delicate than that, something a lot more complex. I remember one time a brother was having an issue with his wife because she was mad at him about multiple wives, about him getting, but the thought of him getting another rib and this, that, and the third. And I remember, asking that brother, imagine if one day God said unto the church, I don't even want to say, it sounds disgusting, me even saying it, right? So Salakia, I hate to say it, but imagine one day if God said, you know what? Men can't have more than one wife, but your women, your wives, they can have more than one husband. Yeah, imagine if we woke up and that was in the scriptures, that a woman can have more than one man. And so now you in the house and there's another man coming in there to play your Xbox. He coming in there to play your PlayStation. He eating your food. You bought food and put it in the refrigerator and now it's gone. And you say, babe, where the food at? And she say, oh, well, Salakia, my other husband ate it. He was hungry.
Salakia, brother. I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta say something on this, man. Listen, if I wake up tomorrow and that is how the law is in the scriptures, I am the A1 crackhead for everybody in the world. Me, yeah, straight up. I'm just saying.
I know,
but Salakia, I'm joking, of course, but yeah.
Good. Nah, trust me. I know, brothers. When you ask brothers that, they'll say, hell la it ain't happening. I'm not doing it. I'm not going for it. I'll just be single for the rest of my life then. I'll just never get a woman. Akim, you understand? But that's how your woman feels. She feels the same way. It hurts her just like that. And so if you got a woman that's willing to deal with you through that, maybe not knock her upside the head out. Maybe not do that. Understand? Maybe let her win a couple arguments. Maybe just let her have it. Just say, you know what, babe, I was wrong. No sweat. Because you have the best thing in the world. You have something that pimps, millionaires, powerful men could never accomplish. You got a woman that'll stay with you forever. And that is something that is so valuable unto the Lord, and it should be valuable unto us, man.
That's right.
You understand? So you make sure we give our sisters that reverence, man. And sisters, you make sure you do the things that you're supposed to do to deserve it, and then we'll live and we'll do great things, man. Until then, we got to keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep going to council. Keep arguing. Keep battering. And keep making the goddamn string beans, man. And until then, we're going to get it on, man. Come back not next week. Tomorrow night, we're going to finish part 2 of the Feast of Purim. We're gonna clip it right there. Most High in Christ. Again, like I said, come back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Wherever you at, find the Israelite School of UPK near you and get in here and serve the Lord in the house of the Lord, man. And with that, I pass Salakia. 2. What? The twins over here. Oh, we got some state champions in here? What state champions we got up in here? We got some sister. Oh man, can we? What you want to do? I know they're not gonna stand up. They about to say no. I'm not trying to sacrifice standing up in front of the camera, is he? Look, she said, "Look, man, shout out to my little sisters, man, Jaya and Jamaica. They are state champions in wrestling. I don't know how the hell that happened, but congratulations, man. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to. Oh, I'm gonna pass the class over to Precinct Officer Hawan, the water. State champions.
We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yahanna. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or a sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. It's like it. They are here to share themselves to the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Ties, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 8 through 10. It means 10th in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you gives to the treasury department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Upcoming Holy Convocation, of course, we're going to, close out tomorrow with the Feast of Purim, and then, after that is, the Lord's, 57 Anthony Passover. Clap it up for that. All Akim Akwathian. Check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Teacher, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. For brother or sister, if a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headband, or scarf. And with that, imagine. It's like it, sister, it's your job. In Israel, we're going to give one encouraging salute to the teacher. In Israel, my Shabbat, Majim, Rock, Sorry, turn to face sisters. Sister Majim. In Israel, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. In Israel, my Shabbat, Majim, Rock, Majim. Class is missed.
All right, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow.
Most High in Christ.